And now, your Midday Ark-La-Miss news update.
Good Friday afternoon. Thanks for tuning in to NBC News Daily. I'm Randy Stone with your Midday Ark-La-Miss update. Well, a suspect accused of dismembering a New Iberia woman in 2024 has been committed to a mental institution. Anthony Holland Jr. has been deemed mentally unfit to understand the proceedings against him. Holland has been placed in the custody of the Department of Health and Hospitals. The Eastern Louisiana mental health system will be working with Holland and is expected to let the court know when and if Holland can stand trial. An update for the court has been set for November 24th. The Louisiana Supreme Court has finally issued a decision related to the Reggie Brown versus City of Monroe case. Now, that ruling upheld a Civil Service Board's decision to reduce Brown's termination to a 90-day suspension without pay. Following the Supreme Court decision, Monroe City Councilman Vermin Mohammed Sr. issued a statement asking Mayor Friday Ellis to stop any further lawsuits related to the case. He says in part, quote, "Our obligation now is to abide by the court's ruling to reinstate Mr. Brown to his position and pay all back pay with legal interest and other benefits he is entitled to by law." Then around 6 p.m. Thursday evening, Mayor Ellis issued a statement about that decision. He says in part, quote, "As a result of the Supreme Court's ruling, Officer Brown will be reinstated as a sergeant with the Monroe Police Department. We respect the court's decision and will comply accordingly. But a 90-day suspension does not erase a failure of leadership that shattered public trust," end quote. The Ouachita Parish Sheriff's Office has arrested 2 more people connected with a Labor Day shooting in Monroe. 18-year-old Landon Hughes and 18-year-old Corey Moses Jr. were arrested. Both received charges of attempted second-degree murder and assault by drive-by shooting. Now, in total, 8 arrests have been made in this case. Now, some new information. The much anticipated Buc-ee's mega gas station has North Louisiana residents waiting in anticipation. In about a month's time, ground will be broken on the Ruston project. First, it was looking like it would be open in 2026 late, but unfortunately, the opening is being pushed back to early 2027. This is not the only Buc-ee's to open in the state. The big question is, will the Lafayette store open first, or will Ruston take that prize? Ruston Mayor Ronnie Walker says once ground is broken, it will take about 15 months to build. The mayor thinks despite this delayed, Buc-ee's will still open first in Ruston.
And now, exclusive Storm Tracker Doppler weather with meteorologist Chase Ward.
We're going to see clouds slowly increase after the course of this evening and become mostly cloudy once we hit around sunset. But once we go into the overnight hours, we are expecting a frontal boundary to be arriving around 10 o'clock tonight with this strong line of thunderstorms entering parts of southeast Arkansas, where we will have a gusty wind and small hail threat. Now, these storms will continue even as we go into early tomorrow morning. Probably going to still linger even through Saturday afternoon, but we will notice the winds will shift mostly out of the north and northeast with a few lagering storms down to the south I-20 corridor. But as of now, it seems like the greatest threat for these gusty winds and small hail threat is going to be lying north of the I-20 corridor, mostly in South Arkansas, but also for even a couple of parishes in Louisiana from Bastrop to Farmerville, all the way back towards parts of Claiborne Parish as well. So be careful, be weather aware. That's going to be the main threat, gusty winds and hail with these storms. Tonight will fall to lower 70s when these storms move through. And then through tomorrow, there's still going to be a little bit of lagging rain and thunderstorms even through Saturday afternoon. But once we hit Sunday, we'll start to see some gradual clearing, and through next week we're going to see lots of sunshine. We do have a brief cool down thanks to this frontal boundary with wind shifting north Sunday through Tuesday, but once we head into around Wednesday and late next week with all the sunshine, we will start to see a warm up back to lower, possibly mid-90s by next Friday, with lows mostly in the mid-60s.
And that is it for our midday update on this Friday. NBC News Daily continues now. Also, check on your neighbors and check on your pets. God bless.